career high. It was 13, now it's 14. Just how you felt you did in the first half there.
Coming off a knee surgery, I was kind of like hesitant about everything, being that I haven't played in 7 games, almost a month. I just knew that Tia had some early issues, and I just had to pick her up and do whatever it took to keep the team in the game. And, yeah.
Did you expect to get as acclimated as quick as you were? Or did you kind of expect to kind of ease into it? You scored, all 14 there in the first half.
Yeah, a little bit, but once I got going, I knew when no turning back then, so I had to keep going, and positive things happen.
Did the knee good from the get-go? I mean, did you have to kind of check
Oh
it
no,
out?
it's good to go. It's good to go.
Do you feel like this was maybe his most complete performance that y'all played all year? Both, offensively, defensively, kind of all around?
Honestly, yes. Yes, came a long way. I think I'm better than I have been previously. But yeah.
As a team,
Oh, as a team, most definitely. And then this new stuff we got going, I think is a real big help, being that we're young and we're buying into this new little thing.
What y'all kind of work on during the week, from the Baylor game to today? Did y'all do anything new or?
A little. We learned some new stuff, got a new offense going. Worked a lot on layups. We worked a lot on that and defensive stuff.
That's more like it. That's what I've been preaching to them over and over and over, is the more we can move the basketball, the more times the ball can change one side of the floor to the other, we're going to be real good offensively. And we've got a good basketball team offensively. And then if we can sit down in the half court and not just rely on traps and all this other stuff to create turnovers, and we just start creating them because we're giving good defensive discipline on the defensive end and staying in a stance, great things will happen. First half, we didn't have a lot of discipline. We played a little tight. We still played a little nervous there, and that was tough on them. And a lot of that was, and I knew that was going to happen. Some of that's on me, because I asked this basketball team to do something on Wednesday that's kind of unheard of. We took a whole playbook of plays that we've been running and threw them in a trash can. And, I asked them to change what we're doing offensively, and I told them it's for the betterment of this basketball team, and I really need y'all to focus in and really get into this. And if you can get into this, you're going to like this style of play. You're going to like how the freedom that you're going to have in this kind of motion offense that we're running. And I've talked to them about that, and they really, over the last 4 or 5 days, have had unbelievable practices and really focused in and saw really a determined basketball team, a refocused team that had hit the refresh button. And as you saw there in the second half, the onslaught just happened, and that was because we guarded, and offensively we slowed down and made the right plays. And so I'm real happy with them right there on that one. We'll go back to work tomorrow. We got a long way to go. We got to continue to improve, and we'll practice again tomorrow. We got a tough Southern Miss team on Thursday. We know that, and so we got to get back in the gym tomorrow and prepare for that.
Was it drastic changes to the playbook or just some?
Drastic changes. I had to look myself in the mirror. I got home Sunday night, and I had to figure out what I was upset with myself because I hadn't done things offensively for this basketball team to help them be successful. I'd done things that I thought should work. I'd done things that we were running stuff that I felt comfortable with, and we're not saying we may not go back to run a couple stuff that for quick hitters and things like that. But I had to figure out what was best for this team. And I did a lot of soul searching in terms of research and different styles and different things, and relied on a lot of mentors of mine and talked to them about this team and things like that. And our staff got in there, and we got in there, and we were in the office from 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at times at night, watching tape, getting things broke down, and figuring out what would be best for this team. And we come about a little motion offense there that they seemed to click in on Wednesday in practice, and we felt real comfortable with that. And there's a lot more to it than what we did today. We're just at the beginning stages of it, and we'll continue to add things this week, next week, and just keep going with it. But I'm real happy with the progress they made there.
Offensively, do you think it was more of just getting better shots or making them?
Getting ball movement and getting an easier shot. We were getting open shots. Getting shots was not what was concerning me offensively. Against Baylor, against Western Kentucky, we got open shots. They were not shots that our players felt comfortable with making. And so we were putting them in situations to get open shot, but it wasn't a good situation for them because it wasn't a shot that maybe they liked. It was a real good shot last year for Valencia McFarland. It was a real good shot last year for De'Aaron Moore. That kind of thing. And so we scored a lot of points there, but for some of these newcomers, it wasn't a shot they were real comfortable with, and so they got real rushed. We just asked them to slow down, move the ball. There was one possession I think we set 5 ball screens in tonight. One possession of the 30-second shot clock. We set 5 ball screens in. The ball rotated the sides of the court 4 times. It was a work of art. And then we got Bretta Hart, Shaq hit her diving on the backside with about 6 seconds on the shot clock. That's pretty good offense there. And so just keep moving it. Don't force it. And eventually you're going to get it back and you're going to get a better look than you may have got the first time. And so I was real happy with that. And we got a lot of room. We got to continue to grow with that. But I'm real excited about getting this win. South Alabama has a good basketball team. They haven't been beat this bad this year. They won't be beat this bad anymore this year. He does a great job, and we come out in the second half and just took over the game with defensive intensity and communication. And so that's growth that I'm asking them to have, and I'm starting to see it come together. And I've said this before, this team has a chance to be pretty good. We got to continue to improve. And you know, it's a lot. We had every reason in the world to hang our head in here and come in here today and not play well. We had a rough week last week, but we turned that week into a positive. And we're sitting here 7-3, and we got 3 games left before we start SEC. And we talked to the team about a 4-game season. We're 1-0 on the 4-game season. We got a tough matchup on Thursday night against a good Southern Miss team to try to get to 2-0. And so we've got to really work hard this week to get ourselves prepared for that game, because our goal going into this is to have double-digit wins going into SEC play. And we got an opportunity still in front of us, and we're working hard every day to get there.
Defensively in the second half, I mean, you shut them out for almost a little over 5 minutes. Just talk about what y'all were able to do or figure out on them.
We tweaked some things defensively, and it wasn't much about South Alabama as it was getting ourselves better. You know, we really went back to work in the half court and guarding the ball and figuring some things out from that aspect. We didn't do a lot of trapping, if y'all didn't notice today. We've been doing a lot more trapping. Not saying we won't do it on Thursday night, but today we were really focused on sitting in a stance and having good help side and guarding the ball and doing things like that. And we forced 31 turnovers, and I would be willing to say we may have trapped 2 times the whole game, somewhere in that area. That's pretty good defense. That was just us having great ball pressure, staying in a stance, not getting beat baseline, and then having great denials. And that's one thing we pride ourselves on. That's kind of what we do. And we got on some loose balls on the floor. And you just, you know, Cendrika Sessom had a better game. She was more explosive, more assertive today. Go right down the line there with Erica Sisk, felt more comfortable there offensively and defensively. Queen Hayes, I started her to get more energy there, and she brought energy there to start, which is real good. Tori Thompson did a good job of coming in and picking herself up in the second half. I challenged her at halftime. I think Tori Thompson is an incredible player. I think she's a real good player, and I'm very glad that she's at Ole Miss. But my job as a head coach is to get her there defensively. But January 2nd, I've got to get her there. And she did a good job of responding there in the second half and getting there. Tia Falleru in the first half struggled. That's why Bretta Hart's so important to our team, because Bretta Hart brings a good backup for her and somebody that can come in and we don't miss really a beat. Tia got her mind back going there in the second half and played unbelievable to start that half. And that's the Tia Falleru that I'm expecting I'm going to see again on Thursday. That's the Tia Falleru that's going to see the whole SEC play, one of the most productive players in our league. And just real happy with how she came out and played. And so, you know, Shaquilla Joseph, 8 assists. 8 assists from a 4-player. It's pretty good. And so respond. She didn't play a lot against Baylor. Come out here, and she had a great 4 days of practice. I'm just real happy with them right now. But our challenge now is to go back to work tomorrow. We'll have about a 45-minute practice tomorrow, and then we'll get really locked in on Tuesday and Wednesday to get ready for Southern Miss. But we'll focus on us tomorrow. We'll get in here and watch some tape. We'll figure out where we messed up tonight, and we'll focus on us and get better tomorrow.
Anything else?